Hi. I'm not sure who's on because here's the deal, guys. I'm really not a tech savvy person. So this is like a big deal for me to be using YouTube Live and Google Hangouts. I should get some homework points for this. So let's get started. Welcome back to PowerJam for week 3. I'll move over to the slides in a minute, but I just want to congratulate the 66 of you guys who are moving on. You guys have had some awesome victories this week. I've been looking at the comments of your party changes and seeing the different things that you're going to be doing in your businesses to make big changes, and you should be really proud of yourself. This is an intensive program with homework. That's my big girl, Kayla. And it's really going to set the tone for what your business looks like for the upcoming months, because we're going into the busiest season of the year. We're coming out of July and getting into August with Going, Gone. And you should be really proud that you're setting the tone for your business to have a killer fall. So let's get started. I have 5 viewers. Oh, look at that. That's pretty exciting. Let's see. So I'm going to switch over to this other side and see how I do, okay? All right, so I'm hoping you could see the slides. So I talked a little bit about victory. Oh, you can't because I didn't share. Hang on a second. Screen share, that's what I have to do. Okay. All right, so let's try this again. Okay. So victories, we feel free to use the chat feature to share some of your victories with each other. I think that that's really important. But tonight we're going to talk about team building and recruiting. Next week we're going to focus on your team as a whole, but tonight we're going to be focusing on how to build that team. Whoop. Now you guys see all my goodies. So bear with me, guys. All right, so like I said, tonight we're going to be talking about recruiting in 2 components. First, how you're feeling and what you're thinking, and second, how you initiate the recruiting process. So the first thing when you're going to be sharing the business with people is you need to have a very strong belief in what you're doing. We all started Jamberry for different reasons. I know for me, I was pumped about the product. But I really couldn't justify the expense at the time with my second baby on the way, and just being in a place where our disposable income wasn't enough to be spending $84 on my nails. Even though that might sound silly to some people, that's just where we personally were. But I tried out the sample that Lindsay sent me, and I was hooked. So I was like, you know what, for $100, I can try to sell this. And I think this product's ingenious. So at different times in your business, and especially when you're going to be recruiting, you need to revisit the reasons that you believe in Jamberry. So first, starting with the product, you have to know and believe in the product. You have to know what is relevant in the market right now. I share with my team, I like to pay attention to the Pantone colors of the year. Check out the fall ones if you haven't seen them yet. We're about to get an explosion of beautiful fall colors. A lot of them are reflected in that Tracy Reese wrap, Sweet Emotion. So I like to check out that stuff. I also like to check out what's trending in fashion as far as like patterns and prints and those types of things. Our products are so fashion forward, you guys. It's totally cool. When you're excited, it makes a huge difference. And if you approach people with that excitement, you are always going to you're always going to share from a place of service and pure belief in the product. So what happens when your product belief is feeling a little, oh yeah, nail wraps. Yeah, I sell nail wraps. What do you do? I want to know what you do to get yourself pumped up. Now is an exciting time because we're about to come on a new catalog, right? But one thing I like to do is if I'm starting to feel like I need some excitement in my products, I will add something I haven't tried yet into my Hostess Rewards cart. You guys use your Hostess Rewards to supplement your business, right? Right. Um, so you guys, I like seeing you guys. So I'm gonna go back to this to us. Hi. Okay. So the next thing to be excited about is the marketing plan. We have so many awesome resources available to us through Jamberry with the Flickr account, their images that they share, um, ways that they help us to have a diverse product. We have a ton of things going on right now between Disney Collection by Jamberry, Marvel, Tracy Reese, Going Gone. There's so many ways that you can get excited about the product and share. So that belief in our marketing ability in the product. Also, Jamberry has an amazing reputation for supporting women and helping them to achieve their goals. Um, you really have to take a look at what is going on around you in the business. Look at the achievements of the people around you. I'm just like a regular lady, and I've been able to stay home with my kids for the past year and 15 months because Jamberry is built on this idea that you can share this opportunity with people, it can change their life, and the values of the business are, we're going to talk about the values. Jamberry also has this awesome way of making things right when things go wrong. Like, have you worked with customer service? I'll tell you a personal story. So, some of you may know I'm going to JamCon. I'm so excited. I was going to purchase my ticket from another consultant who wanted to transfer her ticket. So, to make a long story short, initially I was told that I missed the cutoff. I was upset, but I was like, you know what? It is what it is, whatever happens. I called. It was discussed. My upline reached out for me as well. And lo and behold, Jamberry made an extension on their transfer policy to be able to support the people who didn't understand the initial rules. So that's one of those things. Like, Jamberry looks out for their consultants. Jamberry really makes sure to take care of their guests. I'll give you another example. One of my guests recently, her husband threw her wraps in the garbage. Sure did. And I called customer service and I said, I know this is not our problem, but do you think that we can do anything to help her out? And they were like, sure, let's see what we can do. So that's really amazing. This is a company that really takes care of their people. How about the compensation plan? Can we talk about that for a second? So I've explored other direct sales companies. I was a Pampered Chef lady like 10 years ago. I was like not driven enough when I was like in my early 20s to do direct sales, but that's a story for another day. But the compensation plan, I can tell you for sure, when I found out that you could not only make 30% minimum on all the products that you sell, plus you get sales bonuses, for just doing your job. And then if you share the business with people and you support them on their journey, that you earn level overrides. Guys, I'm telling you, I was like, this is a no-brainer. I have to at least try. Okay, I'm going to go back to the slides quickly. So really, it's one of those things that if you can keep in perspective the things that you really love and believe about the company, you are going to easily be able to share with the business why you believe in it, right? Last but certainly not least, when it comes to belief, is Jamberry believes in you and the successes that you've had and the victories that will come to you. When you believe in what you're doing, that energy just radiates. I know that there have been quite a few recruits that I've had personally who have gravitated toward me just by my excitement for the product. And because I'm excited and they can tell I come from a genuine place, that's made them comfortable to join my team. So even if you've been maybe struggling with your ranks, maybe your parties have been challenging lately. I've heard a lot of people who have been saying that their Facebook parties have been challenging. You have to know that Jamberry always believes in you, and they're always looking for new ways to share with you how to party different, how to party better, how to really support you. You're the strongest part of this business, and you need to believe what you're doing 100%, believe in what you're doing 100%. So let's talk about one of my favorite things, the Jamberry brand values. Who loves the Jamberry brand values? I know I do. Part of believing in Jamberry is using the brand values to relate to each other, as well as your customers. So first, be unique. What does that mean exactly? It means like running your business by being your genuine you self. For me, I know that for a little while, I struggled with this because I started Jamberry just as I had become a new mom and was about to become a mom again. So I kind of got lost in the mom deal. But as my business has grown and I've begun to share myself with my team and my customers, we have all these like jokes about Jen always wears only black, or Jen is a zombie without her coffee. So these are the things that you start to share about you that make you uniquely you. And that might seem like everyday things, but I mean, take Lindsay. Lindsay's a perfect example. She's got tattoos and she's got that long silver hair and she's got Mr. Boss. So she has always been a person who has always been very open and uniquely Lindsay. And that's a beautiful thing about this business. Nobody's going to tell you, oh, absolutely not. Don't you dare wear Mr. Boss. Don't you dare. You need to go get dressed up in a suit and tie, and you need to look a certain way, and nope, you get to be uniquely you. I love that. And when you share that with the people who are interested in the business, that they can just be them, that is something that really resonates with people. Be creative. We have some awesome ladies on our Jamberry team, on the Dream Team, who really kick this creativity up to the highest level. They have a YouTube video series called Jam Sesh, where they show their creativity. They always pick a different Jamberry topic and they totally kill it with creativity, and it's amazing. So that's one example of how you can use this business to be creative, not only just through your jamacures or using the nail art studio or creating your own brands, different party ways. Like, how can you party that is totally creative? I've seen some amazing ones, like muffins and manis, when you drop off a muffin basket and a little basket of jam stuff at a local business. We were just discussing the idea of teaching dads how to polish their daughter's nails. Like, you could just, the list goes on. And when you share with people that freedom for creativity, I think that that's amazing. Be a family. We always use this term jamily and jam sisters and all of our little verbiage that some people think is totally corny. And I mean, it's a little corny, but it's corny for us in a way that is endearing and loving because we really are a family. I remember starting in October 2014 and being so nervous and reaching out to Lindsay and being like, do you think you could play like an icebreaker or something? I don't know anybody in here. And she's like, sure. And before I knew it, all these girls that I started with and then joined well after are people that I look to for advice, to help support. I'm so excited to be able to spend some time with them. This week, I finally get to love on some of the girls on my dream team. This really is an opportunity for people to connect with each other. And everybody's why is different. So maybe that aspect of it, the social aspect of it, will be something that really is a blessing to someone, which we move right along with being a blessing. We brighten people's day. We sell a product that, or products that make people feel good. There's nothing more of a blessing than making someone feel happy, to feel confident, to feel a part of something. So never underestimate the ways that you're being a blessing to someone. And when you choose to share the opportunity, you take that a step way further. I share with my team all the time that the products are the cornerstone of our business, but our true number one product is the business. That is the biggest blessing that you can offer to someone. So be generous means that you share that opportunity. You don't just keep it all to yourself. Okay. So I'm going to see if I can switch over and see any chatting going on. I don't know if I can see any chatting going on. I don't. I hope this is working. We'll see. I don't know. It says I have 10 viewers, so I'm going to keep going right along, guys. I don't think I'm streaming anymore, but you guys, I'm doing it. And if this is wrong, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go live on the page. So don't worry, okay? So let's talk about being prepared for sharing the opportunity first, okay? So have some opportunity information with you anywhere you go. You never know if you're going to run into someone who's looking for the opportunity. So you can have some little sample packs in your purse, some host join information, your business cards. And if the opportunity presents itself, you can just say, you know what? Let me share a little bit with you about what I do. I would love to chat with you sometimes. Can I text you so that we can set a date? Okay. Be prepared to talk to people who are different than you. Everybody is not interested in the same thing. You're not, what I was interested in is not what maybe Lindsay was interested in, maybe not what Melissa was interested in. Like I said, I really wanted all of the products, and I saw that the opportunity to sell this unique product that people were having fun partying online could be a real blessing to my family. And I just went for it. But some people might want that, the social aspect. Some people might want to be a hobbyist and get all of the products for free. But be prepared to talk to people, to relate to people. I like to say to meet people where they're at. You know what I mean? So not everybody is gonna be coming at it from the same angle as you. So here's what you want to do, okay? You don't want to word vomit on anyone. You want to give them the steering wheel, okay? So here's how this is going to go. You're having a conversation and this person mentions that they're dying to go on vacation. Oh my God, I would love to take my kids to Disney. That would be so amazing. They've given you a little, she could earn some money to go on vacation. Okay. You want to find out as much as you can about that person. I tell my girls on the dream team to remember the letters FORM, FORM, okay? You want to find out who their family is. You want to find out about their occupation. You want to find out what they do for recreation. And you want to find out how they would spend some extra money. So that doesn't have to be where you're like, oh my gosh, your family's like my family. I have kids and it's so great. And I used to do this and me and I and me and me and me and me and me. Guys, recruiting's not about you. I mean, the end outcome is that you have a jam baby and that you'll earn a level override when they sell stuff. And that's cool, but it's not about you. What? It's not about you. It's so much about them that you have to turn that desire to share all of the things off. And you have to wait for them to share with you so that you can then circle back around and be relatable. So remember that girl who's like, oh my gosh, I would really love to take my kids on vacation to Disney World. That'd be so amazing. Oh, who's in your family? Oh, my son is 4. I think that's like a great age for him to go. My daughter is 7, and I'm a little worried about her going down because blah blah blah, and you're listening and da da da. And you say, oh well, do you get some vacation time from work? See, you're asking her about her occupation. Yeah, I get paid vacation, but I just don't know if I'd be able to earn enough to be able to take them at my current job, and I don't want to do. I don't want to do a traditional part-time job because I don't want to be on somebody else's schedule, blah, blah, blah. So you just take it all in. And then you say, you know what? I totally understand where you're coming from. Before I started doing Jamberry, I really was, we were just living our day to day. And ever since I started, that extra spending money has meant a lot to my family. We've been able to take my part-time job and go to New Hampshire. I'm going to JamCon in Disney soon. So you see what I did? I didn't relate to her in a way that wasn't true. It was genuine. And I didn't bombard her. Then, obviously, you're always going to be enthusiastic, right? If you're like this, yeah, Jamberry is cool. I really like meal wraps. They're awesome. Yeah, I make money. It's cool. No. But you're not going to be like this. Oh my God, Jamberry. I freaking love Jamberry. It's so great. Have you heard of Jamberry? This is how you do it. No, we're not going to do that either, okay? But just be cool and be enthusiastic about the product and let them set the tone. And when you are sharing the product, there's always opportunities to make it business related too. So imagine you're talking to a customer about she wants to buy Style Box. She's like really interested in Style Box. She doesn't know whether she wants classic or feminine or whatever. You can say to her, hey, listen, people who buy Style Box really are like usually like really into the product. Have you ever considered like what I do? The question does not have to be hard. I tell my team, all hostess, all excited party guests, you find the opportunity to say these simple, easy words. Do you have any questions about what I do? For reals. That's it. Do you have any questions about what I do? Because you see what I did there? I made it about her. You can compliment her too. That's really powerful. So you say, you know what? You have really great taste. I love that you picked that classic Style Box. You're gonna love that. The new ones are so pretty. I'm excited to layer them over all of these things. I think you'd be really good at what I do. Do you have any questions about being a consultant? You've then put the ball in her court. You've essentially said, this conversation is yours. And she might say, I don't think so. And that's okay. And then you keep treating her like just an awesome customer hostess. And that conversation might come back around. Or if she asks you a question, stay on that question. Answer the question. Let her ask whatever comes of it. Just natural. When you're meeting in person with someone, it's that same idea. You're going to find out what they need from the business, and you're going to relate to them genuinely. If someone's like, I have 6 dogs and I want to start a dog farm and I really can't imagine putting jams on my dog, and you're like, I'm allergic to dogs. I don't have any dogs. You need to hear what they're saying and share that with them. I think that's really cool that you want. I'm personally allergic to dogs, but I think it's really cool that you would like to start a dog farm and put jams on dogs. Do you think that having the personal discount would make that something that is easier for you? You can say, I know a girl on my Jamberry team who puts nail wraps on her dogs. That's true. I do have one. She's pretty awesome too. So I talked a little bit about planting the seed, okay? We're moving right along. So planting the seed. What do you mean? Well, remember, hostess, excited party guests, and anyone who has shared that they may have a need for some of those reasons that we believe in Jamberry, right? So the first thing is sharing about having a party, maybe, party, that they can earn a host credit when they host a party. If they were to join and host themselves, they would receive the commission and the party rewards to get started. That's something. Planting the seed, that magic question. Do you have any questions about what I do? Something else. I went live today on my VIP group and I opened this hat. I didn't say, does anybody want to be on my team? Look at what you can get. I was like, oh my gosh, Jamberry, just for doing my job. That's a seed. Someone's like, I want to get cool things for doing my job. Another thing, because of Jamberry hashtags. Now, don't blow your nose feet up with because of Jamberry hashtags, but come on, throw one out there every now and then. And it doesn't have to be crazy. One of my favorite ones ever that I ever saw was someone posted a picture of her out to breakfast with her kids, and she said, blueberry pancakes for all, hashtag because of Jamberry. That's a seed. You're planting a seed. All right? So let's check out those slides again. Stick up my face yet? Let's check out the slides again. Okay. Oh, I love this one. So offering the business opportunity is like offering coffee to your friends. I like to use cookies too. Someone might have a caffeine sensitivity. Someone might not be thirsty. Some can only drink a certain type of coffee or prefer tea. Maybe somebody's been waiting for that cup of coffee all along. You'll never know unless you offer. And let me ask you, would you get personally offended if you offered someone coffee and they said no thank you? No way, you would not. Would you get personally offended if someone offered you a cup of coffee and you said no thank you? No, you would not. So don't be afraid to offer the opportunity. You just make it a part of your regular party life. Open yourself up to the idea that this is a blessing. You are not being pushy when you share the opportunity with people, and especially because you're not going to go all in on them like, you want to be on my team, it's going to be so great, you're going to be my best friend forever. No, you're going to say, do you have any questions about what I do? Tell me more about you. Oh, I heard you say this. I think that Jamberry could really benefit you because of that thing that you just said, and I heard you. Okay. Right. So this gives you a conversation outline. So I did this a little bit, but this gives it a little bit more direction. So talking about a recruiting conversation, this conversation doesn't have to be long, 20 to 30 minutes, and it's definitely focused on your end about recruiting. Here is where you're going to want to focus on how Jamberry can enhance the person that you're speaking to's life. After you plant the seed, ask to have a conversation. You can say, when they say, do you have any questions about what I do? And they start to share, you can offer, you know what, would you like to set aside some time where you just pick my brain? That, again, you're making it about them. You're not saying where I can tell you all about the Jamberry stuff. You're saying where you can ask me questions in more detail. Okay. Here are some tips. Ready? Lay out the direction of your conversation by, like I said before, sharing that you think that they would be great at this business, and that you would love to share more based on what they're interested about. This is reiterating what I said about form before. FORM, form. Tell me about you. When you ask your potential recruit more about them, you're looking to find out about their personality. You're looking to find out about their family, what they would do with extra money, what do they do for a living? What makes them tick? What is their recreation like? Okay. Now, and again, I said this before, I'm going to reiterate it. You want to mirror what they need from your Jamberry journey or someone who you personally know. Don't go making stuff up. That's ridiculous. Okay. So I'll use a real life example. What if you had someone who's like, I don't know, I'm not sure. I'm getting married in January, and I'm nervous that I would be taking on too much, but I could really use the money. I personally did not get married when I was doing Jamberry already, but I can say, you know what? One of my team members recently got married, and during the month of her wedding, it was known that she was gonna be busy with wedding stuff. But leading up to that wedding, let me tell you, she rocked the planet and was able to do so many amazing things for her wedding. Her flowers were beautiful, and that was one of her because of Jamberries. It doesn't have to be necessarily about you, but you can mirror what she needs from your personal journey or someone around you. Share with her what makes Jamberry a unique opportunity. The fact that we have such a supportive team, that we have trainings, a consumable product at a low price point. That's one of the biggest things that I'll share. I love a lot of direct sales companies. I love supporting other women, but one of the biggest things that was important to me about this opportunity was that $15 is a price point that I feel is accessible to anyone. That's a very, very amazing reason that Jamberry is great, is that it's accessible to all. Then you're going to ask them questions. What do they want to know? Tell them, I would love to answer your questions. And one question might lead to another. And they might say to you, I don't have any more questions right now, but I'll keep this in mind. And then you say, you know what? I'll follow up with you in a couple days and just see where you're at. Okay. So that's the decision part. You set up a timetable. They expect that you're going to reach out to them again. I know some people will say, so from scale of 1 to 10, 10 being that you're going to join and 1 that you're not thinking that that's a good fit for you. Where are you at? Some people like to do that. If someone says, they're somewhere in the middle. Allow them to have all of their questions heard. If someone says no, ask them if they'd like to be a host. Well, would you be interested in hosting a party and seeing how that goes? I'd love to earn you a lot of free stuff and have fun with your friends. You can also ask them, is it a no? Is it a solid no, or is it a no for now? If they say maybe they need to talk to their spouse. Maybe they need a different time frame. The timing might not be right for someone now, but always follow up with them. I have a couple girls who joined my team well after we talked about it initially. But the timing has to be right for them. I've had some people join and then switch over to hobbyists because the timing wasn't right for them. So you want to make sure that it's all about them. Okay. This is important. This business is not magical. It's mathematical through and through. If you're talking to enough people and you're doing parties, you don't need to stress about someone's decision to join because you're coming into contact with enough new people that if you're using that sprinkle, I call it the sprinkle technique, by the way, where you share with the hostess or an excited party guest about about the hostess rewards being used for the kit credit. Then you share with them maybe mid-party, I think you'd be great at this. Do you have any questions about what I do? And then lastly, following up with, for a hostess saying, would you like to redeem any of your product credit for a kit credit to join the business? Or asking an excited party guest if they are interested in hosting a party to earn a kit credit to join the business. So there's that. But it's mathematical, you guys. I'll share the dream team recently had not a slump. I mean, we were killing it with like our regular sales and we were doing great in that way, but we were struggling with active legs on our team. We were struggling with seeing people re-rank to the levels that they should be re-ranking to. We were struggling to see promotions. So I had developed this idea of how to engage the team in a different way. And I reached out to my upline leaders, which is something you should be doing, making sure you're coaching with your upline leaders. And I reached out to my upline leaders and I sought some support. And when I spoke to Melissa Berg, she shared with me, well, Jen, your team really needs to focus on recruiting. So your idea is really great, but start with recruiting. And we did that. We focused really hard on recruiting, and now our team is doing awesome with a lot of the tips that I shared with you tonight. I had the tools, but I wasn't actively sharing the tools as regularly as I should. So here I am sharing the tools with you. They work. Our team recruited, I think, 25 new consultants between the end of May and currently. So this works. You just have to make it a part of your everyday party jam life out in the community when you're partying with people, when your host is coaching. So I'm happy to share more about this on the PowerJam group. I know I can't see your chat questions. I apologize for that. And I'm really hoping that you guys can see this. But here's our homework for week number 3. Homework link will go up on Fridays, okay? And with JamCon, Lindsay and Melissa will post that as they can. So please just focus on getting these activities done. The actual form that needs to be filled out is a formality so that we can know that you did it, but the work is what's important, okay? So mandatory part A, must complete all assignments. Listen to the daily vitamin, rehearse your Jamberry hook. Did you see that? Melissa posted that today. What's your Jamberry hook? When someone compliments your nails, how do you share with them without overwhelming? Rehearse, or clamming up, by the way. Rehearse your in-depth opportunity conversation. So using some of the tips from tonight to develop how you're going to be an active listener, find out that form, family, occupation, recreation, money. Connect with your upline and share what about their leadership and support you appreciate. So a lot of times we connect with our upline to gain ideas and feedback from them. But this week, connect with your upline and share what about their leadership and support you appreciate. Next, create some opportunity packets. And a lot of you are going to ask, what is in an opportunity packet? This is really up to you, but there should be some print materials about the business, whether that's a host join brochure, whether or not you print out some information that is shared in the Boss Beauties group, samples. It's up to you, but create some opportunity packets that you can have readily available for someone in a party or that you meet to share with them. A great tip that was shared in the Recruiting Rockstars training is to ask when someone requests a sample to ask them right then, would you be interested in an opportunity packet? So there's that. Part B is to select 4 to complete. Remember, you can do multiple activities for each one, but I really challenge you to do the ones that you are avoiding the most. So if you're avoiding booking parties, start with booking 2 new parties for next month. If you're avoiding sponsoring, reach out to people that are in your pipeline. And if you don't have a pipeline, start building one. You might not sponsor anyone this week. You might not, but you can put them in your pipeline. Make customer care calls. Whatever it is for you, make sure you select 4 to complete, but really challenge yourself. Don't just do 4 power hours and call it a day. That's not going to build your business in the direction that you want to go. It's going to get you doing some work, but you need to hold parties, you need to sponsor, you need to make 20 customer care calls. Those are very important. I hope that you had fun with me. I hope that you saw me. I am hoping that you got something good out of this. The link is going to be on the page for you to continue to view. If you have questions, you guys, I can't see the group chat, which is unfortunate. Or let me see if I can toggle over and see. I don't see a chat. I mean, I see one, but I can't use it right now. Thank you so much, you guys. You guys are doing amazing work. Keep up the great work. And I'm here if you guys need me. I hope you have a wonderful night and hustle. Hustle and heart, guys. That's what it's all about. Bye.